Okay, welcome back. We'll solve other few questions in line chart and bar chart. Then we'll go to pie chart. Okay. So look at this chart. This is a line chart, and there are three different lines here. Okay, that means three different entities. That means like three different companies: company X, company Z, and company Y. See, here they have jumbled. They are not given in order. Company X, company Z, then company Y they have given. Okay. And similarly here, like it had started with company X, Z and Y. So you have to be extra careful in such cases because every line seems to be the same. Just you have to look at the notations here. And this is, the company X is denoted by rhombus and company Z is denoted by square and company Y is denoted by triangle. Okay, you have to be careful there. And this is for 7 years. This is for 7 years, right from 1993 to 1999. Okay, 93 to 1999. It is not 6 years, it is 7 years. From 93 to 99. Okay, so 7 years totally. Done? Any other thing that you want to see? Yeah, it is in crores. Started from 0 here, ended at 150 here, but the maximum data has gone up to 140 crores. Okay, so this is the exports from three different companies, and that exports are valued in crores. Okay, done. We'll go to the questions. For which of the following pairs of years, 2 years you have to consider, the total exports from the three companies together are equal? For 2 different years, the total export from all these three companies is equal. Just by looking at the chart, you cannot get this because you have to get the sum. Across these years, you have to get the sum. So what is the sum here? 80 plus 60 plus 30. Quick. 140, no? Yes or no? So sorry, 170. $40 plus 60 plus 90. Then same thing, 40, 60 and 120. This is 220. Then 60, 70 and 90. 220. You got 2 years with 220. But don't end your process there. Okay. Go for other things also. Then here 60, 80 and 100. 240. And here 50, 80 and 100. 230. Finally 100, 120, 140. 360. Correct? So answer is 95 and 96. Average annual exports during the given period for company Y. Average of company Y for all these years is approximately what percentage of the annual exports for company Z? So what you have to do? You have to take the average of both Y and Z separately. Yeah. So again, when we take the average, we have to divide by the number of years, right? 7. So don't do that. Just compare the totals. Then you will get. You don't have to divide because in both the cases, in left hand side and right hand side, you will divide by 7. No need to do that. Yeah. So check the average or check the total of Y and total of Z. Y is denoted by triangle. So be careful. You have to trace with one finger always. 80 plus 40, 120 plus 60, 180 plus 60, 240 plus 80, 320 plus 100, 420 plus 140. How much? 560. Okay. Then for Z, Z is what? a square. 60 plus 90, 150 plus 120, 270 plus 90, 360 plus 60, 420 plus 80, 500 plus 100. They're asking what? This is what percentage of 600? Correct, no? 560 and 600, sums are correct, right? Yeah. Now, this 100, 0000 cancel. This is 560 divided by 6. Yeah. 9s are no? 93.33. 93.33. So 560 is 93.33% of 600. That is the understanding. Done? Okay. Fine. Yeah. Only thing here, you have to be fast enough to calculate. Okay. Do the sum. And you have to remember that sum what we have calculated so far, 560 and 600, you have to just mark after Y and Z, no? Or Z and Y and Z. So you mark 560 here and you mark 600 here for these two companies. That might help you somewhere in the next few questions. In which year was the difference between the exports from companies X and Y the minimum? Between X and Y, the minimum difference. First you have to trace X and Y. This is rhombus and triangle. Rhombus and triangle, and the difference has to be minimum. Since this scale is uniform scale means like we have divided this scale at the divisions of 10, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like that. Then just by seeing the difference, just by seeing the size of that difference, you can easily shortlist few things. This is too far, this and this are same, this is very small, this is not smaller than this, then this is wider, this is also not smaller. So finally this is the thing, right? In 1996, the difference between X and Y was just 10 crores. Was just 10 crores. Yes? That is in 1996. Fine? What was the difference between the average exports of three companies in 93 and the average exports in 1998? See, here again we are finding the average, but finally we are taking the difference. Okay? So here you can take two averages and take the difference, or you make the sum, take the difference, then divide. That is also fine. Either you take the sums, divide by some divisor individually, then take the difference, or take the sums and get the difference and divide by the divisors. So they are finally asking the average. That is for 93 and 98. 93. What is the total? 170. Then 98, 230. If you divide by 3 here, you will again get decimal point. Yes? So basically what we have to do is, we have to take the difference between 170 by 3 and 230 by 3. We have to take the difference of these two. Yes? But you will get a decimal here, you will get a decimal. Simply that will be cumbersome. Take the difference between these two. That is 60. Then divide by 3. So what is it? 20. That is what we want, right? ₹20 crore. In how many of the given years were the exports from company Z more than the average annual exports over the given years. Here we are focusing on only Z, company Z. And they're asking, in how many of the given years were the exports from company Z more than the average annual exports? So we have to find the average of Z. So average of Z will be based on sum of Z, no? Already we know the sum of Z. Sum of Z, no, 600. So what is the average? 600 by how many years? 600 by 7. So what is the value? 7 8s are 56. Then 7 5s are 35. Then 5 is the remainder. 85.7 is the average. How many years? Like it has crossed. Yes, crossed 85.7. Here, no. Here, no, 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 yes. Because 85.7 would come here. So 2 years in 98 and 99. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is the mistake. See, if I commit this mistake in the examination, this is gone. So we are calculating for what? Company Z. I was looking at company, this one, Y. Okay, sorry. So how many years above the average? 1, 2, 3. This is not, and 4. 94, 95, 96, and 99. Yes? How many years above the average? Average is 85.7. So above that, 4 years. Done? Is it tough? So similarly, the difficulty level in the examination also will be the same. Some questions very easy, some questions moderate, some questions tough. Tougher questions you have to identify and skip them. Or you have to take risk according to the time that you have. Right? Next. Study the following line graph. And so this is what we have done, right? Okay. Study the following line graphs which show production in 1000 units. Whatever the numbers that we have here in 2 digits, they are not exactly the real value. Real value will come when we attach 4 more zeros. That means into 10,000. 4 zeros means not 1000, it is into 10,000, right? And percentage export of scooters, motorbikes, and car respectively. This is production in 10,000 units. Okay, 3 things are there: car, scooter, and motorbike. Car denoted by rhombus, scooter denoted by square, and motorbike by triangle. Yeah, here your power has to be very powerful. Yeah, fine. Then here what they have given. These are the produced number of cars, scooters, and motorbikes. Yes. What about this? Export. Export will be part of production. These many you produce. Some of them you market in the domestic market. Some of them you export. So whatever they have given here, this is the percentage of the production. For example, here in 1996, if 60 into 10,000, 6 lakh scooters are produced. In 1996, if 6 lakh scooters are produced, among them 35% are exported. So that means 35% of 6 lakhs. So that is close to 2,10,000. Those many scooters were exported. So that is the understanding. This is the total production in 10,000s, and this is the part of it which is exported. Part of this which is exported. Done? Any other thing you want to know about this one? For how many years totally? 6 years. Here 6 into 3, 18. Here 6 into 3, 18 data. Yeah, this can get a bit complicated. this can get complicated because you have to read 2 charts at a time. Done? Next. In which of the following years was the production of cars more than 50% of the total production? We are thinking of car here. We are thinking of car. So get stuck with car. Okay, that's square. Yes, no, square. Rhombus, sorry, rhombus. So you calculate the total production and in which year it was more than 50% of the total production. Or you can think of the largest year, rhombus. Where is rhombus? So according to us, 7586 can be the answer. But let us find out the average, or even 60 can be the answer. Let us find out. Add for cars. 48, 40, 88 plus 75, 163 plus 48, 211 plus 86, 297 plus 60, 357. Am I looking car only, right? Total production, average, then which year? Half of the production. Or what exactly they are asking? In which of the following years was the production of cars total production. In which of the following years was the production of cars more than, then we have to do what? First you have to calculate the cars, then we have to see total number of vehicles in that year, right? They are focusing on year. In which of the following year? So I have to hit 1 year where the production of car, let's say total production of the vehicles is 100. Cars production should be more than 50. That is what we have to understand. Or simple. Here scooters, cars and motorbikes are being produced. Yes. In 1 year, if you want to trace, like if the car production is more than 50% of the total production, can I say in a year, if total production was 100, you have to look for more than 50 or simple. Cars number should be 50. Scooter plus motorbikes number should be 50. Total 100. In that car number should be 50. Or car number should be 50 and the sum of motorbike and scooter should be 50. That is the best way. Every time you make the sum and again find the car, instead of that, see if the number of cars in that year is more than the sum of scooters and motorbikes. Is it logical? Is it logical? So let us find out like that. Look here. We are focusing at car. Again, keep on finger here. 48. Is it more than the sum of these two? Yes, sir. Less. Okay. Is it more than these? This one? More than this? No. This one? More than this? No. This one? 86 is more than sum of 42 and 34, that is 76. Okay, but don't be blind. Look at this. 60 is equal, but they are asking what? More than, right? They are asking more than, not just equal and more. It is more than. So what should be the answer? 2000. Find the number of automobiles exported in the year 1999. Take the year 1999 and how do you get the exported number of vehicles? They are asking vehicles or cars? All vehicles, no? All vehicles. 1999. How do you do that? You take the total production of a certain category, either car or scooter or motorbike, then multiply with the percentage of export, then you find. See, in this 40, that means 4 lakh cars, 4 lakh motorbikes. In that, how many are exported? 10%. Out of 4 lakh, 10% are exported. So 40,000 are exported. Similarly, out of 6 lakhs, 20% are exported. So 1,20,000 are exported. Are you getting the sense or not? Yes. Then out of 4,80,000 units of cars, 12% are sold. So 4,80,000 into 12. So that will be 57,600. You can take time. That is 12% of 4,80,000. Quick. 12% of 4,80,000. Finally, it is 12 into what? 4,800. So that is, oh, I'm wrong here. Yeah. No, I'm right. 57,600. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Then add them. It will be what? 2,17,600. 2,17,600. Yes or no? See here, for every different segment, car, motorbike and scooter, you have to do what? You have to find out the export separately. Done? Find the ratio of cars, scooters and motorbikes exported in 1996. Same thing. Here we made the sum. Here we have to compare them in 1996. 1996. So here 3,80,000. So 3,80,000 into 42%. Simple. Here discard all the zeros. Discard all the zeros. Simply you do one thing. 38 into 42 you do. Then ratio. Again 60 into 35. Because you don't have to deal with the zeros. Anyways, you are going to cancel them, all of them. Then 48 into 28. Try to cancel them here, but it is not the mutual cancellation. It is taking the common factor out of each term. Here 42. This is 7 6s, 7 5s and 7 4s. Correct? Yes or no? 6 1s, 6 10s and 6 8s. Then 2 5s, 2 4s and 2 19s. So finally the answer is 19 is to 25 is to 16. I have completely ignored the number of zeros here because anyways you are going to cancel them in the last step. Why to use them at all? Simply, like for example, 42% of 3,80,000. Discard all the zeros in numerator and denominator. Understood or not? So this is how you have to compare. And here, cancel out the common factors among all the terms. Yes? Do we have the answer? 19 is to 25 is to? Okay, scooters have come first. So, see, am I right? No. So, cars are last here for me. So, go in the reverse order. It has to be, what is their order? Cars, scooters and motorbikes. Cars first, so 16 first, then 25, then 19. 16 is to 25 is to 19. 16 is to 25 is to 19. This has to be the answer. Okay, fine. Yes or no? Okay, no. Then, if the ratio of export prices of cars, scooter and motorbike was in the ratio 2:1:5. See, earlier we saw production, then we saw export. We are seeing the price of the export. This means what? This means like if the car's export rate or export price is 2 lakhs, then the scooter's export price is 1 lakh and the motorbike export price is 1.5 lakhs. That is the understanding. First the production, then the export, then the price. If you are given this job to calculate how much revenue we are earning out of the sale of these items, then you will do the same thing. Production in that export, how much is the number of units that we have exported, then for each unit, how much is the cost, then you will get the overall cost. Yes, so let us find out the proportion of their export earnings. Same thing. Ratio of export prices is 2:1:1.5 in 1998. Look at 1998. 1998. Similar thing, you have to calculate the export, the number of exported units into price. So there what we do for 1998, these motorbikes are how many? 84, right? Yes or no? 84, that is 8,40,000. Again, don't count the zeros here. Don't count the zeros. Later we can adjust it. Yeah. So here, first thing is, as I had solved earlier in 1998, 8,40,000 into 25, right? Then for this one, for scooters, 6 lakhs into 40%. That is 60 into 40. And finally, for what? Cars, 75 into. But our job is not done yet. We have to fix the price also. If these are the number of units that we have sold or exported, then what is the price for each? 2 lakhs, let's say. Then into 1. Then here, but yeah, reading is different. For car 2, no? So these are cars. Cars 2. Then scooter. Where are our scooters? Middle one, no? 1. Then here 1.5. So try to cancel in the similar manner. Okay. So I'll start with 5 5s are, 5 12s are, and 5 15s are. Again, 5 1s are, 5 8s are, and 5 3s are. Okay. Then I'll cancel with 3. 3 1s are, 3 4s are, and 3 28s are. Similarly, from 2. Or you multiply everything and keep first. 28 into 1.5 is 42. 4 into 8 is 32. And 30 into 2 is 60. Again, you can simplify. 21, 16, and 30. But look at the order, what they want. 30 is to 16 is to 21. This is what we want in reverse. 30 is to 16 into 21. This is similar to the previous problem only. Previous problem, what did we do? We compared only the exported units. But in this problem, we are multiplying with one more factor, that is price. That is price for each unit. For car 2, for scooters, how much? 1.1, and for bikes, motorbikes, 1.5. Done? So here we are multiplying 3. One is production, then export percentage, then price of each unit. Done? Final question. In which of the following years was the production of motorbikes exactly 40% of the total production of automobiles in that year? In which of the following years was the production of motorbikes exactly 40% of the total production of automobiles in that year? This is similar to the first question. Here, the number of cars should be more than 50%, and here the motorbikes should be exactly 40%. Exactly 40%. For example, in a year, total production was 100. Total production was 100. So, what should be the number of motorbikes? 40. What about other two? Totally 60. So, other two have to be 1.5 times of what? The motorbikes. Is it logical? If motorbikes number is 40, the other two, scooters and cars, should be together 60. So, scooters and cars together should be 1.5 times of motorbikes, yes or no? So, that is our understanding. Look at the motorbike and look at the sum of other two. Sum of other two should be 1.5 times of the motorbikes. So, where are motorbikes? Green one. Okay. Add these two. 108. Is it just 1.5 times of 38? No. Are they asking export or total number of production? Production, no? Okay. Here, this is 84. 84 is 1.5 times of 56? Yes. What is half of 56? 28, no? So 28 plus 56? 84. So answer is 97. Or you can do your own method. Add all. Take 40% of that. I don't have a problem. Add all. Take 40%. So here addition would be how much? 140. 40% of 140 is 56. But this is shortcut. This is how we have to deduce. We have to deduce the shortcuts. Yes. So rather than making the sum and going for 40%, just analyze. The total number of cars and scooters should be 1.5 times of the number of motorbikes. This is what we have to do. So what is the year? Second year, no? This one, right? Okay, pie chart. What is it? What is pi? What is the pi? Have you seen the WhatsApp message? QT pi. What a QT pi. You have heard this, right? Yes or no? If you see anything that is beautiful, especially small kids or, like puppy or a kitten, yeah? What do you say? What a cutie pie. Yes, what is that pie? What is that? I'll not tell anyone. Tell me. What is that pie? Pie chart. Again, this is kind of a representation of data in terms of this pie. No idea. See, cutie pie, like for small kids or puppy or kitten, like you call it. So that is called only for the face. Only for the face. For nothing else. You can't call a flower as cutie pie. Then try to relate. Try to relate. Anything that is beautiful, you can't say cutie pie. So basically, we are representing something in terms of a circle. In terms of a circle. That too, a piece of a circle. A piece of a circle or a sector of a circle. So pi you can simply take a piece of a sector or a piece of a circle or sector of a circle. Yes? Yes or no? Yeah. And always this will be having one. Can't we represent some data in terms of circle? If you are taking the sum of something to 100%, 100%, if you are taking the sum of everything to 100%, okay? So can you represent that with respect to a pie chart? For example, number of girls and boys in the class. Let's say 24 girls and 36 boys are there in the class. And if you add them, this is 100% of the strength. Yes or no? 24 and 36. If you add them, total is how much? 60, right? So 24 is what percentage of 60? 24 is what percentage of 60? "24 is what percentage of 60? 40%, right? 40%. So what about other 60%? If 40% are girls, 60% are, so 40 plus 60, 100%, no? So whenever you are trying to represent some 100%, what you can do? It is not. So can I say this has 40% and this has 60%? Yes? Yes? For example, vote share in Karnataka. Vote share in Karnataka by different parties right now. Or MLAs in our legislative assembly. Yeah. So maybe 55% belong to, let's say, BJP. Then around 15% belong to JDS. Yeah. Then around 5% for others, and another 40% for, let's say, Congress. Total vote, total number of MLAs in Karnataka, 224. If I am representing all of them, can I write like this? So if 100% of something is being represented, so I can use the pie chart for better representation. Better representation, you can easily get to know which is more than half. But in line chart and bar chart, you can't get to know which is more than half and what is the part of that particular thing in the total. You can't get in the bar chart and pie chart. But here, you can analyze that one. You can get the sense of, like, this is what percentage of the entire part. You can understand, yes or no? Yes. Fine. For example, in cricket, for a batsman, they'll be giving pie chart. This is towards the bowler. Yeah. Long on, long off, even mid on, mid off. Yeah. Then square of the wicket. Then in the fine leg and third man. So this is how, for example, a batsman has scored 20% here and 15% here and let's say 5% here and let's say 5% here and let's say 5% here. Then let's say around, so 15, 15, 30, 20. So here around 40%. Then around 10%, let's say 5% here and 5% here. What do you get? What do you analyze? He is very strong on, if he's a right-handed batsman, he is very strong on the leg side. Leg side? Yes. So, what the bowlers will try to do? Bowlers will try to keep off. Yes, that means keep the ball offside. Yes or no? So this is how the technology has, made the life of everyone easy. You know your opponent, you will know the strategy. Yes. So here, his 100% of the runs are being what? Shown. So in a pie chart. I am not telling that this is clearly with respect to the percentage and the angle, but this also can be a presentation. Yes. So finally, when it come across the pie chart, we have to be bit concerned about two things here. Anyways, we are going to represent 100% of the things in this circle. 100% is going to be accommodated in this circle. And what is the angle of a full circle? 360 degree? Yes. We have done some problems with respect to clocks. Yes, there also we dealt with the angle. Yes. So here 360 degree. So 100% of the things are getting represented under this 360 degrees of circle. So for a single percent, how much angle you are going to dedicate? For 100%, 360 degrees. So remember this one. 1% is equal to 3.6 degree. 1% is equal to 3.6 degree. For example, I want to represent 50% here. I want to represent 50% here. Yeah. So how do I do this? Either make two halves, or you can draw 180 degree this side, 180 degree this side. Because 50% into 3.6 is equal to what? 180 degree. If you want to make 25% pieces or 1/4 pieces in each, then what you will do? You will cut the circle by 90 degree. Yes or no? Yes? Yeah. So the basic division that we make whenever you are given an object, especially the eatable, for example, roti, you want to share it among two. How do you do? Yes, 4. How do you do about 3? Difficult, right? 2 is simple, 4 is simple. Any multiple of, any power of 2 is important. Is easy. And the simplest representation that I can show, I want to pizza shops. Yeah, definitely. If you are not gone to pizza shop or if you are not eaten pizza, means like something is wrong with you right now. I am not, blaming your behavior or character or something. Then you are out of this, era. You must be better than this era, or you can be worse than this era, but you are not matching with this era. Okay. So how many types of pizzas we have? In size. Small, regular is what? Then yes. Okay. Usually when you get the parcel or when you are served pizza, like how many cuts are made here? How many pieces are made out of this? Sure? Simple, no? Done. In large pizza, how many pieces are made? Then you have not eaten. Okay, forget it. Large pizza you have not eaten. Yeah? So how many pieces here? This is general knowledge now. It might come in the examination, How many pieces are there in the large pizza? It can come. You never know. How many? And while cutting, humans cutting, it will not be uniform. And we will be looking for the bigger one. If at all you are more interested. Either it is at your side or this side or that side. You will go there and pick. Then persons will understand that that is a bigger thing. But the cutting of this is easy. Cutting into 2, cutting into 4, cutting into 8 is simple. What about medium pizza? How many pieces will be there? 6, sure? Yes, sure. So what do you do? Will you take the protractor? First you will cut like this and keep the protractor. Okay, 60 degree here, then 60 degree here, then 60 degree here, 60 degree here. You can't, no? Approximately only will cut. And this is most non-uniform. Most non-uniform. Okay, here you can get uniformity, but here, because we cannot, get some angle right. But what are the angles? These are the, what angles are these? Each one? 60 degree, because you are dividing 360 degree into 6 pieces. So answer should be what? Each piece should be 60 degree. So this angle, whatever that we get at the center, this is called as the angle subtended at the center, or angle prescribed at the or subscribed at the center. Some angle. Okay, prescribed, subscribed, subtended. Okay, in clocks, the angle what we got is the formed by the hour hand and minute hand. Okay, fine. And these are sectors of a circle. These are 4 sectors. Here 6 sectors, and here 8 sectors are there. So you have to remember one thing, that is 1% in a circle has to subtend 3.6 degree at the center. Yes, done. 1% is equal to 3.6. Okay, and the application of it I have shown it. How we can use, for example, the vote share. Yeah, number of boys and girls. Those are the simple representations. Beyond that, we get one particular, problem, but with 2 pie charts. With 2 pie charts. Let's say this is one pie chart with respect to, let's say, with respect to, I get very common examples from cricket only. Can't do anything. Yeah. So let's say, or let me change. Let me think. Let us not cricket always. Huh? Oh, okay, fine. Apart from that. Okay. What we'll do is like the energy composition. Okay. Let's say around 60% coal. Okay. Then around 15% idle, 5% solar, around 5%, yeah, here idle I represented, here solar, here let's say nuclear. Then maybe like another 15%, let's say biomass. Okay, fine. Or I'll take this as fossil fuels. Okay, this is the composition of energy. We produce 60% of the energy from fossil fuels. Similarly, 15 from hydel and 15 from solar, 5 from solar, and from nuclear 5%, and biomass around 15%. Okay, then what we'll do, here in this production of energy, let us take sectors. Okay. This is private sector, and this is public sector, and this is imported. Let's say this has around 60% again, and imported is around 10%, and public sector around 30%. Fine. 100% of the energy production, 100% of sourcing from private thermal power, private plants, public plants, and let's say imported. Yes. Now tell me, if India's energy production was 100 gigawatts, just an example, okay? If India's energy production is around 100 gigawatts, now tell me how much of the energy is coming from fossil fuels? 60 gigawatts? Yes. Now if I ask the question, like how much of the energy is being produced by public sector fossil fuel based power plants? How much of the energy is being produced by the public sector? What? Coal based, sorry, fossil fuel based plants. In this 60%, you have to multiply 30%. In this 60%, you have to multiply 30%. So 60% 30% or 30% of 16% is 18%. So totally, if India is, having the energy composition of 100 gigawatts, in that 18 gigawatts is from the public sector coal-based power plants. Okay, similarly, how much of the energy is procured from private hydel power plants? How much of the energy is procured from private hydel power plants? 15% of 60%. How much is that? 15 6 90. Discard that 0. 9%. That means out of this 100 gigawatts, 9 gigawatts is procured from the private sector hydel power plants. So that is the understanding. Yes. Now tell me, what is the imported nuclear energy? What is the imported nuclear energy? 10% of 5% is how much? 10% of 5. 10% of 5. 10% of 5%. 0.5. Yes or no? 5 by 100 into 10 by 100 is 50 by 10,000. That is nothing but 5 by 1000. Nothing but 0.5. 0.5% of 100 gigawatts. That is again 0.5 gigawatts or 500 megawatts. So when two such things are given, you should know like what is this, what 100% constitutes, and what is the 100% composition of this one, and you have to analyze. Okay, we will go to questions. Yeah, first question. Look at the pie chart. Look at the pie chart. Here, what they have given? This pie chart for the year 1998. Note. So this is basically the spending of a person. This is the spending of a person. Spending of a person. And he is telling savings is not part of expenditure. Savings is not part of expenditure. As you all know, like if you subtract the expenditure from income, then you will get savings, correct? If income is 100 rupees, if your savings is 5 rupees, then the expenditure must have been 95 rupees. Yes? Yes or no? So look at this chart now. Transportation expenditure is 5%, education 12%, housing 15%, clothing 10%, food 23%, savings is 15%, others is 20%. So out of 100 rupees, he is saving 15 and he is spending 85. That is the understanding. Okay. If the total amount spent during the year 1998 was 46,000 rupees, total spending. If the total spending was how much? 46,000. The amount spent on food was. So this 46,000 is what? How much percentage? This 85% is 46,000. Then how much is spent on food? 23%, correct? So how much is this? This is almost, look at the, like comparison, 85% and 23%. This is almost 1/4 of this. Close to 1/4 of this. 1/4 of this will be around 41. Sorry, 42. Sorry, 21. So this is more than that. So our answer should be more than 1/4 of this. More than 1/4 of this means somewhere close to 12,000. That is the understanding. But if you want to calculate accurately, you can. So how do you get it? This question mark is 23% into 46,000 divided by 85. 5 17s are, and here 5 8s are, 5 9s are, 5 2s are. So see, 23 into 92, 23 2s are 46, 23 9s are 207 plus 4, 211 divided by 17. So 17 1s are 17. Then 4 is left, 17 2s are. So something starting with 12. Something starting with 12. Are you there with me? Or only your bodies are there? 12,447 must be the answer. Next, if the total amount spent was 46,000, total amount spent, same thing, 46,000. 85% is 46,000. Then how much was spent on clothing and housing together? Clothing is 20% and housing is 15%. So similarly, 85% is 46,000. So 25% is how much? Apply your common sense. Earlier we had calculated for 23%. It was 12,000 odd. So our answer has to be what here? Another few thousand. That is 13,529. Okay, are you comfortable with this? Answer cannot be 15,000 because 12,447 to 13,259. We are calculating only 2% of this, extra 2%. So that would come to 13,529. If you are not confident, then calculate. 85% is 46,000. So what is 25%? Done. Next, the ratio of the total amount of money spent on housing to the money spent on education was. Housing is 15% and education is 12%. So what is the ratio? 15% and 12%. What is the ratio? 5:4 or 4:5? Yeah, first you have to take the housing, then you have to take the education. 15 first, then 12. So 3 5s are 3 4s are. Answer is 5:4. The given pie chart shows that the maximum amount was spent on. Look at the largest sector. Food. How much? 23%. 23%. Done. If the total expenditure of the family for the year 1998 was 46,000, the amount of the family saved during the year, how much is the saving? 15%, no? So if 85% is 46,000, 15%, what should be answer? Calculate, no? If 85,000 is 46,000, what is 15%? Half of 85 is how much? Around 42 and a half. But 46 is more than 42 and a half. Similarly, 15 is half. 7.5, no? Answer should be more than 7.5. See, 85% is nothing but 46,000. What is half of 85%? 42 and a half, right? But 46,000 is more than 42. So similarly, make half of 15. 7.5. Answer should be more than 7.5. That's it. So this jugaad system you have to make. Every time you can't spend this much time to, like calculate. Yes or no? Did you get the idea or not? 85% is half is 42.5. But 46,000 comparatively more to 42.5. Here you forget 1,000, you forget percentage. Just compare the numbers. 46 is more than 42.5. So make half of 15. It is 7.5. Your answer should be more than 7.5. So that is 8,117. Here you see two different pie charts. There are 7 different types of tires manufactured. 7 different types: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. By a factory. The pie chart shows the percentage of sales of the tires in city in 2 consecutive months, September and October. The total number of type B tires sold in the September and October were 1,560 and 2,250 respectively. So here the total sale was how much? September 1,560, and here, so if you combine the 100%, this 100% is equal to 1,560 in September. This 100% is equivalent to 2,250 in October. Getting my point? Overall sales in October is more. Yes? Fine. So if you want more seconds, you can spend more seconds on this. Analyze. This is September's production or sales, 1,560. This is 2,250. Yeah. In that, again, the different compositions are there for 7 different tires. Yeah. A to G. And here also A to G. Try to understand. Here D were sold most. Here C were sold most. Yeah. Yeah. The number of type B tires. That means this number this is equal to 1,560 and this is equal to 2,250. 2,250. Correct? So type B is 13%, so 1,560. Type B 15%, that is 2,250. So with respect to these numbers, these are going to change. These are going to change. Yes or no? Yes. So let us examine the questions now. What is the maximum difference between the number of tires? What is the maximum difference between the number of tires of any 2 types sold? Any 2 types. Out of these 7 types, any 2 types you have to take, and you have to take the maximum difference between those tires together for September and that of other 2 types sold for October. I'll try to make sense of the question. Here you have to take any 2. You have to take any 2 here. Okay. Here you have to take any 2. Here also you have to take any 2. These are in percentages. But when you calculate the absolute number of this one, the difference of these 2 types and any 2 types here should be the maximum. Getting my point? You have to select 2 types here. You have to select 2 types here. When you take the difference between their absolute number of production, the difference has to be the maximum. First of all, let us take like what is the number of production here in September. If 13% was 1560. Then what is 100%? Calculate. If 13% was 1560, then what was 100%? 12,000. Because see, 13 and 156, 13 12s are, we get 156. So total number of production in September was 12,000. In October, 15% is 2250. There is some organic link between 15 and 225. What is that? 15 15s are 225. So the total production is 15,000. 15% of 15,000 is 2,250. 15% of 15,000 is 2,250. Yes or no? So that is the advantage of remembering all these things. 225. You know this number. This is 15 into 15. So when you are finding the percentage, that is 15% of something, answer is 2250. So 15% of something is 2250. So 15% of 15,000 is 2250. Because here 225 is important. You are multiplying 15 with 15. Then we have to adjust the number of zeros. So total production in October is 15,000 and total production in September were 12,000. See. You have to pick two types here and you have to pick two types here and you have to get the maximum difference. You are taking something, you are taking some percentage and multiplying with 12,000. Let's say X percent. And you are multiplying Y percent with 15,000. And whatever the difference that you get should be the maximum possible. So here you are multiplying X with smaller number and you are multiplying Y with bigger number. If this difference has to be very wide, you are multiplying smaller number with 12,000 and you are multiplying bigger number with 15,000 so that this difference gets widened. Are you getting my point? If you multiply smaller number with smaller number and bigger number with bigger number, the difference that you get here will be the highest. Yes or no? This you have to visualize. Smaller number into smaller number, bigger number into bigger number. And that to the difference what we are getting, that should be the maximum. That should be the maximum. That means the X value should be the least and Y value should be the most. Y value should be the most. Getting my point? If you do the reverse, you are trying to equalize. You are not expanding the difference. If you reverse, if you multiply with bigger number and you multiply with smaller number here, you are trying to reduce the gap. But when you multiply smaller number to smaller number and other ways, bigger number with bigger number, the gap widens. So totally we have to select two companies which are giving the least number to us here in September, and we have to select two companies which are giving the highest number to us. Yes. So here, which are those two companies which will give the least count for us? Least is 3 and second least is F. So A and F. So here A and F. What about this one? Largest. We have to go for largest. C and D. So what percentage A and F together? 11% of 12,000. And here Y? 45% of 15,000. So 11% of 12,000 is 1320. 11 into 12 is 132. Then the number of zeros adjusted, 1320. Then 45% of this 15,000. 15 5s are 75, 15 4s are 60, 6750. 1320 here, 6750 here. So take the difference. That is 5,430. This problem invites for more logic. You are selecting any two types in what? September, any two types in October. The first should be the least possible. Second should be the highest possible. So you have to go for two companies which will give us the sum, the least. And in October, you have to go for two types where you will get sum as the highest. So that is the clue here. Done. Here A and F, here C and D. Here 11%, there 45%. 11% of the 12,000 is 1320. 45% of this 15,000 is 6,750, and the difference is 5,430. Done. This is toughest problem. I can easily say this is the toughest problem unless you know this logic. Okay, next question. For how many types of tires there is an absolute decrease in the number sold in October over September? If you look at the sales of the types, which types have decreased from September to October? From September to October, there is a absolute drop. See here. Let us start from A. 3% of 12,000, and here 5% of 15,000. There is an increase. 3% of 12,000, small percentage of small number, 5%, bigger percentage of bigger number. So there is no fall. There is only rise. Then 13% here. 13% of 12,000 and 15% of 15,000. They only have given 1,560 here, 2,250. So there is no fall. Then coming to 22% and 25%. Yes, there might be a rise. We can suspect C. What about D? Yes. Bigger percentage of smaller number. Here smaller percentage of bigger number. There is a chance. Let us see. E. Smaller percentage, 17%, right? Bigger percentage, smaller number. Smaller percentage, bigger number. There is chance. What about F? F, there is a raise. So you have to look at C, D and E. You have to look at C, D and E. So look at the answers. Okay, 1, 2, 3 are there. So let us see whether it is 1 or 2 or 3 or none of them. Let us see. Now C, 22% of 12,000. It is 2640. 22% of 12,000 is 2640. Then 25% of 1,500. That is 3750. There is a raise. Yes or no? I wouldn't have calculated this at all. Yes. Yeah. D and D. Now see, D, 25% of 12,000. It is 3,000. 1/4, no? 1/4 of 12,000 is 3,000. Then 20% of 15,000. 3,000 only. So same. They have told dropped, not same. Fallen, not same. So even we can't consider D. Look at E now. 17% of 12,000. So that is 204. So 2,040. Are you right here? This is 2,040. Coming to this one. This is 1,500. So there is a drop. 2040 to 1500, there is a drop. So that is the answer. Only one company, that is E. Or only one type, that is E. Correct? No? Yes or no? Then, the total sales of which of the following pairs of types of tires in September was approximately equal to F type of tires in October. Look at F type of tire in October. F type of tire in October. 13% of 15. So that is 195. So 1950. This is the number of F tires sold in October. So to match other two types or simple, there 12,000, right? So 1950 is what percentage of 12,000? You have to find out. 1950 is what percentage of 12,000? 1950 is what percentage of 12,000? 0000 cancel. 00 cancel here. Then 12 ones are 12. Then 12 six are 72. Then 0.25. So totally it has to be 16% of this one. So what is the question? The total sales of which of the following pairs of types of tires in September was approximately equal to F type of tires in October. F type we have got 1950. There out of 1950, like if you take, like 1950 out of 12,000, like what is the percentage? It is 16.25, but you have to select what? How many companies? Two companies together should contribute 16.25. Which two companies are closer? A and B together, that is 16%. Approximately, they have told approximately. Yeah, 17 is also fine, but 17 only one company is there. Two companies you cannot club for 17%. For 16% you can club, that is A and B. Yeah, this is one of the tougher questions. I can easily say this is one of the tougher questions. Okay, fine. Next, the answer is A and B. What is the difference in total sales between September and October in respect to only those types where there was increase in sale? Where there was increase in sale. How many companies showed increase in sale? This we have to remember. Only E has shown the what? E has shown the increase, no? E has shown increase. How much increase? 2640 and 3750 was the count. Yes or no? Yes? Yes or no? E, 17% of, sorry. A drop, I'm sorry. 2040 was E and 1500 was E here. So 2040 and 1500. So totally 540 was the drop. How much? 540 was the drop. Totally 540 was the drop from what? September to October. If you take only E, what was the drop? 540. What about D? It was equal, right? D was equal. So, if you leave D, the production of all these and the production of all these, if you compare, let's say here we had produced 12,000. Here we had produced 15,000. 12,000 minus D. I mean, whatever the production here. 15,000 minus D would be same. 12,000 minus D here should be equal to 15,000 minus D here. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if you take only E, 12,000 minus D, you take minus E also, 15,000 minus D minus E. If you want to equate, DD get cancelled, but actually this is not equal, because in this case E was only 2040 and in this case E was 1500. So what was the difference between these two? What was the difference between these two? 540 was the difference. Okay, so in this E has 540 more. Here E has 540 less. Yes, so if you take the difference, 12,000 minus E in the first case and 15,000 minus E in the second case. So what is the difference? 540 is the difference. Getting my point? If you compare this E and this E, this E and this E, okay, there is 12,000 here minus 2040 and here 15,000 minus how much? 1500. Correct? So 12,000 minus 2040 is how much? 9,960. What about this? 13,500. See here what we are doing. We are leaving out D because the production was equal or sales was equal. We are leaving out E because there was a fall in E. We left both of them. That is what they are asking. What is the difference in total sales between September and October in respect to only those types where there was an increase? D equal, discard it. E fall, discard it. Getting my point? Yes. So if you discard D and E, that is what I have done here. I have discarded D, I have discarded E. So here we got 9,960 as the production of except D and E, where the increase did not happen. Here again I have discarded this D and E where the increase did not happen. Getting my point? Yes. So if you take the count of all these things and if you take the count of all these things, here it is giving me 9,960 and here it is giving me 13,500. So what is the difference between these two? This is 40 less than 10,000. This is 3,500 more than 10,000. So the difference is 3,540. Yes, again a tougher question. This whole bunch itself is tougher. That is why I have kept it at last. Okay. So I have to just make a proper understanding out of this one. Yeah. So here September, October counts are different. Even the composition of this pie chart is different from this one. And there is a relation between AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF, GG. So this can get tougher. Okay, so you have to analyze properly. Last. So 3540 is the answer here. So in this case, what did I do? D I left, E I left, because there is a fall in E and there is equals in what? D. D and E I kept aside, so I subtracted, then other things I took it separately. Yes, then. The number of tires of type D and type E sold in September is approximately what percent of the number of tires sold in these two types in October? D and D, take the count in September, take the count in October, find the percentage. D and E. D and E totally, how much? 42% in September. D and D totally 30% in October. 42% of 12,000. 12 2s are 24, 12 4s are 48. So 5040. And here 30% of 15,000, 4,500. So they are asking 5,040 is what percentage of 4,500? 5,040 is what percentage of 4,500? $5,040 is what percentage of 4,500? Compare into 100. 9 5s are 9 5s are 9 6s are and 0. 5 1s are 512. For simple 4,500 extra 10% of that plus 450, that would have given us 4,950, another few percent. So that is 112%. Done? Yes, this is one of the toughest in pie charts. Okay, last problem. Refer the diagram to answer the questions. 2004-5, 2005-6. This is statewide breakup. Statewide breakup. Statewide breakup of projects 2004 and 2005. See what they have given here. Same thing they have given it in the what? Charts. See here also these many states. Here also these many states, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus others. And this is what? This is the percentage of them and this is the absolute number of them. Yes or no? In your sheet, number of projects is given in numbers, right? Number of projects. Yes, that's it. And these are in pie charts. So, in 2004-5, if you add all these things, you will get these many. So that is 4 plus 15 plus 3, you add 19 plus 3, 22 plus 4, 26, 46 plus 30. 76, no? 50 plus 20, 76. 76 projects. In 2005-6, 23, 26, 26, 46, 46 plus 37, 83. 76 project in 2004-5, 83 projects in 2005-6. Yes or no? Yeah. If in 2005-6, the total project outlay increased by 20%. Total project outlay means earlier if 100 crores was given, now they are giving 120 crores. Find the percentage increase in MP's outlay. MP is how much? In 2005-6, right? 2005-6. So MP's outlay is how much? 2005-6 MP. Yeah, it is very difficult to. In such cases, what you have to do here is from 12 o'clock position you have to come. First is TN. From 12 o'clock position. First is TN, second is UP, third is AP, fourth is MP, fifth is Maharashtra, sixth is Gujarat, and last one is others. Okay, MP is at fourth. So this is MP, and here this is MP. Outlay in this thing is increased by how much? 20%, right? If the total project outlay increased by 20%, find the percentage increase in MP's outlay. Total project outlay is 20% increased. I think this is budget. These are number of projects and these are budgets. So let's say 10% of the total outlay in 2004-05, okay, that is becoming 15% in 2005-06, okay, and there is increase. For example, if 100 rupees was the total outlay for the entire project, in 2005-06, it would have been 120 total outlay. In that, 10% is MPs. So 10% of MP is out of 100, 10 rupees. What about this year? 15% of 120, that is 18 rupees. Earlier in 2004-05, its budget outlay was 10 rupees for MP. Now it is becoming 18 rupees. So 80% increase. It is 80% increase. Getting my point? If in 2005-06 the total project outlay increased by 20%, project outlay is nothing but the budget. Okay. So earlier if it was 100 rupees, in next year it will increase to what? 120. Yeah, out of that, MP had got 10%, that is 10 rupees earlier. And out of this, MP is getting 15%. So it is getting 18 rupees now. So increase is 80%. Next, if in 2005-06, the total project outlay increased by 200 crore and that of UP remained unchanged. Getting my point? Similarly, earlier, sum in 2004, the outlay was X, and in 2005-06, the outlay is X plus 200 crores. And UP's, this one remained unchanged. Then the total project outlay. UP is remaining same. So UP is second. So 20% of X, that is first outlay, that is 20% of X, kept unchanged in the second year when the UP's share was 15% and the total outlay increased by 200 crores. So this is the equation. 20% of first year is equal to 15% of, because see, though the outlay has increased by 200 crore, UP's share has come down. UP's share was earlier 20%, now it has come down to 15%. That is why it is matching. Total budget is increasing, but UP's percentage has reduced. That is why it is matching. You have to find out X here. So here this is X by 5. 20 by 100 is 1 by 5 is equal to 15 by 100, or simple, you cancel this 100. 20x is equal to 15x plus 3000. So difference between 20x and 15x is 5x is equal to 3000. X is equal to 600. So budget outlay in the first year was 600 crores. Budget outlay in first year was 600 crores. Okay, last question. Next year they are asking. So X was, okay. X was 600. Next year it is increased by 200. Answer should be 800. X is first year's budget outlay. Okay, that is 600. Next year is 200 extra. So that is 800. They are asking in 2005-6, not 2004-5. Final. If in 2005-6 the total project outlay of Gujarat increased by X%, find the percent increase in the total outlay. Let us take the total outlay as X here and the total outlay Y here. What is Gujarat's outlay? Gujarat is last but one, 20% of X. 20% of X. And in the next year, it is 25% of Y. And they are telling what? It is increased by X%. Oh, I have already taken X%. I'm sorry. I'll take this as A and this as B. Okay, this is A and this is B I'll take. So X% increase. X% increase. This is the earlier budget and this is the later budget. I'll read the question once again, wait. In 2005-06, the total project outlay of Gujarat increased by X%. Find the percentage increase in the total outlay. Okay. What we have taken in the first year, the budget outlay was A, and in the second year, the budget outlay was B. Gujarat's share was how much here? First year, 20% of A, and here Gujarat outlay is 25% of B. They are asking, this is how much percentage increase of this they are asking. If you want to multiply anything to get the percentage, you will divide by 100 here first. For example, if this is 10% increase from here to here, if this was 10% increase, I would have written 110, right? Yes or no? Yes. So I would have written 110. But I'll write now. Can I write? X is the percentage increase, no? Yeah. To understand this one, you need a lot of courage. Total outlay in the first year was A. Total outlay in the second year was B. Gujarat's share is this. Gujarat's share is this. This share has increased by X% to get this one. Yes? Yes or no? Fine, no? Yeah. Now, this 0000 get cancelled. Now, simply put A by B. Simply put A by B. Here, 5 4s and 5 5s. So what will happen? A by B will come here. Then here 5 by 4 and this 100 will go here. and 100 plus x will come here. 4 ones are 4, 25s are. So this is what? 125 by 100 plus x. They are asking what? They are asking what? Find the percentage increase in the total outlay. So A by B is equal to how much? 125 divided by 100 plus x, correct? Now they are asking the percentage increase. That means this was the earlier outlay, this is the present outlay. Just reverse that one, reciprocate that one. We'll get 100 plus x divided by 125. Now they are asking B is what percentage of y? Getting my point? B is what percentage of y? So what do we do? When we are finding the B's percentage out of A. So B is what percentage more than A? For example, B is 8 and A is 6. What do? We take the difference, no? So take the difference means B minus A divided by B. This is what? This is B minus A divided by A. I'm sorry. A. This is what? B by A minus 1. B by A minus 1. So what is B by A here? 100 plus x divided by 125 minus 1. If you take the LCM, 125, 100 plus x minus 125 divided by 125, or this is equal to 100 minus 25, so that is 25, x minus 25 divided by 125 into 100. This should be the answer. You can leave this problem. I don't have a problem. Okay. So this is what? X minus 25 into 4 by 5. This is the percentage change. So do we have somewhere? We should have it 4x by 4x. If I multiply here, 4x minus 100 divided by 5. This should be the answer. If you don't understand it, leave it. At least you might have got this one. At least you might have got this one. Earlier the budget was A, later the budget was B. How do we get it? This is more complicated. You look at the steps once again. If you don't understand, don't worry. Such complicated problems, you can keep it for the second or third round. No issues. There is no compulsion that you solve in the first round itself. Okay, done.